girl Serena Elizabeth, and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be the last video in my series, How to Build Your Credit Fast. And so what I wanted to do in this final video is just come to you with kind of like a wrap up of everything that we should have taken away from the series, and also just some final key pointers that I felt was important to know and learn in order to build a healthy credit behavior and practices that are going to not only help you to grow your credit and build your credit, but maintain healthy credit habits. So I have several pointers that I want to go over with you and have these be foundational things for you to walk away from today. Hey sis, before we get into this video, you know what you gotta do. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you aren't subscribed, sis, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Join the girl tribe. Over here, we talk about everything love, life, and finances, and everything in between. I drop a video twice a week, every Thursday and Sunday, and you gotta hit that post notification bell because sometimes I drop videos on other days too. So before we get into the video, do what you gotta do, and let's go. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is credit should not be an extension of your income. Because if you looked at credit as an extension of your income, you could find yourself in a tough position really quickly. If you are using more than you are able to pay back in a quick manner, then you are going to be digging yourself in a hole that is going to defeat the purpose of what you're trying to do. So you want to use credit wisely and responsibly, and you only want to borrow what you can afford to pay back quickly. The second thing is credit doesn't happen overnight, right? So we've been focusing and talking about how to build credit fast, and yes, I gave you a lot of pointers that you can use to work on your behalf to rebuild or establish credit and to boost those scores up rather quickly if you're doing all of those things in conjunction with one another. However, you don't just wake up with good credit one day, just like you don't wake up with bad credit one day. Credit takes months and sometimes years to build a good portfolio of your credit. Even though we've been talking about building credit quickly, just to put things in perspective, it's not an overnight thing. Building credit takes months, and some credit to get up in the 700s and 800s is going to take years sometimes. So it all depends, but the goal is to use credit responsibly, understand how credit works, and put healthy habits in place so that you can build and then maintain exceptional credit. Having credit, good credit, is important. Some people live by the mindset of cash is king, and I agree to an extent. You know, cash can trump everything. If you have the cash to get the things that you want to get, then you don't necessarily need credit, and credit is not going to be all that important. But there's not that many people walking around with thousands and thousands and thousands and millions and millions and millions of dollars on hand to be able to drop their wallet or their pocketbook every time there's something out there that they want to buy. And sometimes it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make good sense to buy something in cash that you could pay for over time. So although cash is king, credit and having good credit is very important. And that's why it's very important to establish good credit and maintain good credit. As I've shared with you over the several videos that I've produced, your credit can be pulled for a multitude of reasons. Getting a job, getting an apartment, buying a home, turning on your utilities. if you're in partnership with other businesses, they may want to pull a credit report on you to see if you would make a good business partner. There's so many reasons that someone may pull your credit. It is definitely your reputation. It is definitely how others will perceive you when making decisions about you. So it is definitely something that you want to protect, that you want to maintain, and that you want to get established if you haven't established it already. Another thing that I want to talk to you all about is that you can pull your credit. You can review your credit. You can also pull an extensive credit report on yourself every year for free by going to annualcreditreport.com to pull your credit report, to get an in-depth credit report, to see everything that's going on in there, so that if there's anything that you need to dispute, you can dispute it. It is for free. It does not impact your credit in any way, and you can always pull your score or pull your credit report without any impact. Just some other things that you may not be aware of, other times that you can pull your credit report for free. If you've had a recent denial, like if you applied for something and they had to pull your credit and your credit was used to determine why they denied you, you can pull your credit report for free. Also, if you've been out of work for a period of time and you are about to get back into the workforce and about to start applying for positions, you can pull your credit report to see what your credit report looks like, again for free, because your credit may be run by a potential employer. So those are other opportunities that you have to pull your credit report for free that you may not have been aware of. As we've been talking about negotiating your interest rate and opening up other lines of credit in order to decrease your utilization percentage, increasing the credit limits on the cards that you do have, or opening up new cards in order to lower that utilization rate. Too many credit cards is not a good thing. And it's really easy to fall into that trap now that you're starting to, build your credit and you're applying for this and you're applying for that and you're getting approved. Now that scare or that fear of rejection is not there. So when you go to apply for something, you're pretty confident that you're going to get approved for it. And so you're like, yeah, go ahead. Too many credit cards can be a not so good thing. When you have too many credit cards, creditors or the credit bureaus begin to look at you as a risk, because now you have all of these open lines of credit that you can potentially run up. So your risk of running up debt becomes risky to them the more and the more cards that you open. That's why I share with you to review the different credit cards that are out there, see the different benefits, look at the pros and the cons, and see which one falls in line more so with what you are looking to use the card for and what you are looking to benefit from the card, and apply to those cards. Do not open up all of these store charge cards and then all of, you got the Walmart card and the Amazon card and the Target and the Marshalls and the Macy's. Macy's is a good card though. But you definitely just want to be wise with that, because you can fall into a situation where now you have too many credit cards and now you are looked at as a risk. And then this brings me to my final pointer for the night, that closing out your credit cards can have an adverse effect on your credit. So you've opened up all of these credit cards because you were, winning at this point, and everybody's saying, yeah, you can have credit with us, and yeah, you can have credit with us. Now the creditors are like, you look risky to me. I don't think I want to extend any more credit with you, or you're gonna have to close out this account and close out this account before I can extend any credit for you. And closing out credit cards can have an adverse effect on your credit, because it is a line of credit that they have been using to determine what your score has been. And when you close out that line of credit, it may not always be a good thing for you. If it's maybe a card that you've had for a short period of time and it's for a lesser amount of money, then that may not have much of an impact on you. But if it's a card that you've had for a really long time that you don't use, or maybe you use it here and there, but you're like, I don't really use this card and I think I should just close it out, you may want to run that through a simulator to see what effect it would have on your credit score first, because closing out credit cards can definitely have an adverse effect on your credit. I do work for a financial institution, and anytime someone is looking to close out their credit card, we do advise about the effects that it may have against their credit, and they do need to put that request in writing because it can have an adverse effect on your credit. So don't fall into the slump of opening up all these cards to only have to later close them out, and then they have an adverse effect, putting you in a backwards situation, and then, having to work your way back to where you were. And so those were the several pointers that I wanted to have you all take away from the credit series that I did for the month of April. I hope that you've enjoyed all the tips and tricks and hacks that I've been able to share with you this month. I hope you have started to implement those things and put those things in motion so that you are building your credit in a healthy manner and building a healthy relationship with credit. And as always, if you have any questions, if you have any pointers, if you have any experiences that you want to share with me, feel free to leave those in the comment box below. Also, if there's anything else that you would like to hear me discuss and talk about in future videos, please leave that for me in the comment box below. And I'm not 100% sure what we're going to be transitioning into next month for the month of May, but I will announce that soon, of course. And I thank you all for tuning into this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. And sis, if you haven't already, please make sure you leave a thumbs up, leave me a comment in the box below, share this with someone that you think might benefit from this information, and hit the notification bell. Join the Girl Tribe. Hit that notification bell so that you are in the know each and every time I drop a video. I drop a video 2 times a week, every Thursday and every Sunday, and sometimes on other days too. I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. Bye, you guys.
여유롭게 달려와